Do you know, I was working through James' table. You know, the origins of Mark's Gospel and Paul's view of things, and I just wanted, I found it fascinating, but I just wanted to, where's the explanation for John's Gospel? And it didn't seem to be with James, and I didn't seem to have any access to it. And would you believe it, I've got a book on my shelves right next to me, which was The Pagan Christ. The Pagan Christ by, what's his name? Tom Harper. Harper is spelled Harpur, not in my phonetic spelling, of course, but, you know, that's the English spelling, presumably. And you see, it was bugging me for about only a day, perhaps. A bit more, perhaps. Oh, but where did this originality of the John's Gospel come from? It's not simply an upgrade of what I seem to see in Paul. It's, you know, it's not a continuity, really, from the three synoptic Gospels. And I find, of course, it's all there in Tom's book. Perfectly laid out, I mean, brilliantly and sympathetically laid out with understanding. Absolute answer to prayer. You know, I don't mean I was praying to God, show me. I was just thinking, I need to know. How do I know? And within less than 2 days, God's put it in my hand, and it's right next to me on the bookshelf where I'm sitting here with my armchair. I mean, I didn't even have to stand up to get it. It's there. I got it from ages back, you know, years ago. So I don't know. Oh, if I'm guessing, what would I say? Could be 10 or 15 years, that sort of period. And I have read it before, but, well, I'd looked for different things in it, and you know, obviously I hadn't kept the material enough in my mind to know that that's where to look. I did think it must be in one of my books that I've just not really focused on, and suddenly it's downloaded into me, you know. I'm suddenly finding this amazing explanation for what's in John, that it is indeed the application of the mystery religions that originate in Greece, but really in ancient Egypt. And I know before that, but nobody else is supposing that, as far as I know. I say I know, but I surmise it must be pre-Egypt. It's what I would call Sahara, North Africa, before it was desert. I don't know how long we're talking about. A very, very long way back, pre-Egypt, pre-dynasty, first dynasty and all that. A long time pre, I suspect. Probably as long again. Who knows? Do you realise we're in an incredible age? You know, it's you know, New Age, it's the dawning of Aquarius sort of thing. But do you realise the reality of that? That our understanding is just escalating, accelerating, transcending away. I don't mean we got it all right. I just mean it's as if we're using the imagination much more than before. We've been freed to think, whereas before we were constraining ourselves to to know. And if we weren't sure in our particular understanding of things that we knew it and proved it true, then we just stopped. We're at the boundary. Whereas now, like a fairy story, we see even scientists behaving like theoreticians, to put a nice word on it. Fantasy people who dream up theories like the Great Bang, the Big Bang Theory and so on, multi-universes, string theory, ideas that make things like relativity seem like child's play now. I feel sure Einstein would be kicking himself that he came too early. He should have come in 100 years' time. And perhaps he will. I don't know. No, poor chap. I hope he's liberated into not having to come back. Unless he's just got a yen for it, I suppose. Yep. Reminds me of my mum's saying, which is not hers, of course, there are more things in heaven and earth than you or I have ever dreamed. Thank you, Dad. Let me just say, in passing, it's probably more important than the rest of this recording. You have to look for God in your life. When you become sensitive to how He's blessing you, like putting this book in my hand again. I mean, there's little things in your day, that are just perfect synchronicities, as Eckhart Tolle would say. Synchronicities, provisions, kindnesses, lovely things that are happening to you all the time. Open your eyes, become sensitive, whatsoever is good and lovely. Notice it. Think on these things, look for it. Seek, you will find. You will realize how God is loving you. Don't be oblivious to all His care. It's not that He'll stop loving you, but it's such a shame. Think how you like to be appreciated and valued, especially by your kids. How much more our lovely Father, our lovely Dad. Thank you, Dad.